What's up guys, Magic Navs here, and in this video I'm doing a random review on a tennis trainer. This is the Teloon portable tennis trainer. It's actually really good, and I think it doesn't get as much credit as it should. There's a lot of tennis trainers out there, and if you don't know, I am a tennis player. I used to play a lot more when I was a kid. I did some tennis coaching and stopped doing it for a while. Now I'm starting to get back into it, but the problem is I find most of the times, and this was especially a problem when I was growing up because I was a loner. I didn't have a lot of friends to play with or people to play with, and I never had a partner. And now with COVID, it's even more of an issue because my not all the people or friends that I know that play tennis are available right now or willing to go out. So this was actually something that I found, looked into. I saw a lot of other ones, but this is the one I like the most. And if you know anything about tennis trainers that are designed for solo players, it's just simply a tennis ball that's tied with a string and it's attached to a weight of some sort. But most of the times I find this is like a weight that's like just a jug, plastic jug filled with water, or if you're trying to do this as a DIY thing, it's like you just get like a weight or a big giant weight and then do the same thing, but then oftentimes you have to puncture the ball in order to do it. What I love about this is that when you get the ball, it stays intact. It doesn't. It's actually pretty solid off the beginning. Like it bounces pretty normally. It, it hits off the racket face like pretty like normally, like you normally would in a tennis rally. But the best part, in my opinion, for me, is the weight itself. Is that it's very tiny. This is actually a 2.5 pound weight, as they claim it to be. I have not checked it at all, but I will take their word for it. And it's actually very solid. Like this is like, as long as you're not hitting crazy hard smashes or something like that, which I don't recommend you doing, by the way, and I'll explain why in just a second. You can rally with this. This thing's not gonna move as long as you're doing this on like a hard pavement or something. It's got nice grip texture on the bottom, so like it's not gonna budge that much. It's not gonna budge at all. And also, what helps reduce that from happening is the cord that they use. This is actually elastic cord that they used. That's very stretchy. So when the ball reaches when the string meets the like once it's fully stretched out, it'll spring the ball back towards you in kind of like Newton's law. For every action there's an equal and opposite reaction, so it'll come back to you at almost the same speed. Now this is great because there's less of a weird bounce back. It's more of a realistic kind of like bounce, like recoil when it comes back to you, much like it would like in a real tennis rally. And so what I will say though, I mean, if you're a beginner, playing this on a flat surface is probably the most ideal for you. I find that when I stand right behind the weights, which may be like a few feet, I treat it like the baseline, and I hit it. I let the ball bounce. I'll hit the ball. The ball like springs out, bounces once, and then it'll come back to me. If you're a beginner, you probably want to do this on a flat surface, on like a flat ground, because you're probably not hitting the ball that hard. You're just kind of going nice and easy and gentle with it. The ball's not going to come back at you at a very fast pace, so you'll have enough time to like reset and so forth. But if you are a more intermediate or advanced player like myself, and you have pretty hard ground strokes, if you hit on a flat ground, the ball's going to kind of come back at you too quickly, and you're not going to be able to, recover and react fast enough to hit it. So what I found, and even if you try letting the ball bounce twice, well, a lot of times I found the 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 ball would just like reach the end of the string after the second bounce. I wouldn't be able to hit it. So what I found the best way to combat that was to actually, because I have a driveway that slopes downwards, right? I will place this on my driveway, and I will hit down towards the lower the slope of the driveway, so that way when the ball bounces or comes back, the ball's kind of going up against the hill a little bit, so the hill or the slope, sorry, will slow the ball down a little bit. Gives you or gives me enough time to actually recover, reset, and hit the ball again. And I find, for me at least, or at least in my situation, this is the best way to make it the most realistic imitation of a tennis rally, because you'll hit the ball once, it'll bounce upwards against the slope of the driveway, and then it'll kind of pop up a little higher too, so it gives you a little bit more time to let the ball come back to you. So, and because I'm kind of using the weight as sort of like the uh, the baseline reference, I'm standing behind it, so I know I gotta get in good position, and then I have enough time to hit the ball again, and I can do this both forehand and backhand. And I find in the end, like generally speaking, it's a really really good workout. When even if you're not like super like if you're not super great at tennis, or you're not like super crazy about it, I think this is a great workout piece. If you're not a fan of like going to the gym and stuff like that, with the weather getting nicer, it's definitely much more easier to do that now with something like this. You obviously can't really do this when it's like when there's snow on the ground or when it's too wet, but you get the point. Now, one thing I will say, like I was saying before, is this cord, it's very stretchy and pretty durable for what it is. Like, as long as you're hitting like, you know, if you're an average player, you're not gonna have any issues with this ripping apart and stuff. I will say though, like, I don't know, like, I guess depending if you're a very strong ground stroke player, you may or may not run into the risk of possibly starting to tear it. I know for sure though, for just for testing reasons, I try to do some serving with this, but it's not that great, because after a while I have a very very hard serve. My average serve now is around close to 90 miles an hour. I'm trying to get it up to 100, but that's why I'm trying to figure out like my own serving net for that to practice. But when I was serving a bunch, eventually I realized the cord was starting to rip and tear. So I realized, okay, I need to replace this soon. It's going to break, which eventually it did. Thankfully, in my case, I had some of this. This is some elastic cord. This is literally the exact same stuff that was with the original one. It was a tiny. This one is a little bit thinner, but I find it's a little stretchier than the one that it came with. So I literally just cut it. I took some of this, cut it to the same length as the one that it came with, tied the knots for both the weight and the tennis ball, and then you're pretty much good to go. And I did it again. I tried it again with the new elastic cord, and it worked great, almost as if there was no difference, as there was no switching of the cord at all. So that was great. I think also, like, eventually down the road, if you do like need to change the ball, you can easily just go on Amazon. That's where I got mine from. You can get it on Amazon, and you can buy the special ball that comes with the little lace loop that you need to tie the knot around, so you can secure it like that. Now, just to finish off this video, I'm going to show you a quick clip of myself rallying with the tennis trainer. So hope you enjoy that. With that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will leave links in the description for where at least I purchased this stuff. Mainly the tennis trainer, but also some of this cord if you so desire. You can probably get a little bit thicker if you really want to, but otherwise I think the one that I got works really good in case whenever down the road you want to replace the cord and you don't want to have to bother buying the whole set of the ball and the string, so, or the elastic cord. So that's it. If you have questions, leave them down in the comments below. Otherwise, I hope to see you guys in my future videos, and until next time, peace out.